Hey guys, Eric Matthews here. All right, I put together just this small little slideshow presentation for you guys, and I called the Traffic and Ads Clinic. And basically, what it is talking about is basically what you're doing when you're on the internet is fine. Basically when you're selling stuff and you're selling a product maybe, or you're in a company, an MLM company, and the ways to get traffic to that product to sell that product, and some essential things that you should know on using traffic and ads and getting that put together. So we're going to learn how to get traffic and where to send it. Okay, so the bigger picture, okay, is you build a foundation, okay, and then you want to find niches to focus on, okay? And when you do that, you want to do your research, okay? In doing your research, you want to do research on the niches maybe that you want to get involved in, okay? And you want to test different products, and then find your target market. A good example, okay, is people looking to make money online, especially. They want products that make things faster and easier for them. Okay, so that's just a random example of something that you're gonna get involved in if you do get involved in it. Okay, so basically that's you know as simple as it can be, but we'll get more into doing the research and testing the products as we move on through the presentation here. Okay, so next, what you need to know. Okay, you need to learn sales. You need to learn marketing and copywriting. You want to develop a front end infrastructure. Then you want to review and discuss it, okay? Whether it's with yourself, whether it's with somebody else, whether it's with a mentor you have or somebody else that you are working with, uh, or something like that. Anything. You want to review it, go over it. A big part of all this in this process is reviewing, going over, and testing until you get to the right thing. Okay, you're not just going to be able to go out there and sell a product. Okay, if you're going to go out there and you're going to say buy this, you're going to fail. It's just basically that's just what happens. Okay, and then you're going to begin building your infrastructure. Okay, and then you're going to focus on the foundation and the end results. Okay, you don't want to focus on, okay, I'm gonna make the sale and I'm gonna get the money right now, and that's it. Okay, that's not it. You want to focus on the foundation, and that's focusing on what everything that you build it on. Okay, you're in going back to the niches and what you have uh, built your niche on, or what products you're selling to, what your market is, things like that, and then your end result is what you are what you are giving in the end. Okay, because basically, when it comes down to it, it's about giving people content, okay, and giving to people. Okay, so next slide, I call it the day two agenda, which is email marketing strategies and monetization strategies. Okay, the bigger picture is building a database and thinking long term monetization, having something sustainable. Okay, i.e., residuals, gravity, competition. You want a unique selling proposition and know what you're selling. Okay, you want to know what you're selling, and we're going to get into that in a minute, why you want to know what you're selling. Okay, but you don't want to have a product that you're going to have that is you sell once and that's it, and that's okay, here, that's great, you got one sale. Okay, then you made what, $25 or $100, and that's it. That's not thinking in a business-minded way. And the gravity is certain is pretty much certain things show how high the product is in how many people are using it, and then your competition out there. You want to see what the competition out there is doing, and sometimes you can actually learn from your competition, which is a really good thing to do, and that I will speak about too here later in this slideshow. So next slide. What and how are you going to sell? What benefit will your prospect get if they buy your product? Okay, so that's a big deal. Okay, what benefit will they get? Okay, if they buy your product, and why is your product unique? See, your goal is the proposition must be strong so it can move the masses. Just for an example, you could brand yourself as a scam buster. Find different companies out there that are just taking people's money, okay, and put that content out there, okay, and then you have people that are coming to you and then asking you what company to join, and then maybe you're in the companies that are making money, that people are successful in. Okay, that's just an example. There's plenty of other examples that I could use, but that's just off the top of my head one that I wanted to put in there, and it was easy to explain to you, and pretty simple for anybody to understand. So that's it. That's simple as that. Okay, you don't want to make this too hard. A lot of people want to complicate things, and when they do that, that's when they get what they call information overload, and then that's when they end up not making it and failing, and end result quitting. So what do you need? Well, you're going to need landing pages or a landing page, squeeze page or squeeze pages, monetization pathways, offer walls, talk about biz ops or how it can help, and you got to be able to build relationships. People join people, not businesses, okay? And that is the most important thing you have to understand, okay? If you can't build relationships, then you're dead in the water. You're going to be dead in the water. And I know I'm being a little harsh there, but it is the honest to God truth. You will be dead in the water if you can't build relationships, okay? That is the thing. For instance, just doing this slideshow presentation, okay? I'm not charging for this. I'm not charging people money for this. I could if I wanted to, but I'm not. The thing is I am providing, valuable content to people because I want people to be able to help people out, okay? And that is how you will become a person that people will start to come to when they see that you have valuable content, and then you can establish yourself as an authority figure. Okay, so let's talk about the landing page, okay? Your landing page should be eye-catching to get people to your squeeze page in order to get their information. So I think a good idea maybe would be to give a free offer, such as an ebook that reflects what you're offering, or maybe give some information that reflects what you're offering, that maybe it's inside of your business. If you're in a business and you're trying to get somebody into your business, give them some free information in the business and offer that to them for free. Okay. A good idea to make a good landing page and squeeze page is to look at other pages. This was the competition I was talking about earlier that seem to be working, and grab things from them, like some of their lines and their pictures or video if it suits your offer. Okay, you want a page they understand, that your prospects understand, so when it is time to monetize, they are ready to buy. Okay, they are credit card in hand, ready to buy. Okay, and a great idea is go to top companies or top landing pages maybe that you've seen. Look, copy and paste. Take a piece out of that and put that in your landing page or your squeeze page. You can do things like that. That is not. It's not illegal to do that. Okay. You want to provide quality content and be able to answer any questions. That goes back to why I said you want to be able to know your product. Okay. When it goes to knowing your product, in providing quality content and being able to answer questions and also give them options as well. You know, the more options would be what else can sweeten up the deal, giving them more content that is valuable. So you're giving them more things and that are valuable. You're giving them content. You are able to answer any questions because you know your product, okay? And reason why you know your product, we're going to get into in the next couple pages here as well. And that is probably one of the most important things because people do ask questions. People aren't just going to buy things because you tell them to buy them. They're going to want to know about it. They're going to want to know what it's going to do. You are wanting to help somebody get to a certain point, okay? You want to help somebody in some way or another. And the only way to do that is to be able to answer the questions they have and to be able to give them options. And when I say options, give them more valuable content and stuff like that. So they have that, okay? So let's talk about writing headlines, okay? Writing headlines, okay? Write your headline first, okay? Your headline is a promise, okay? So you want to focus on benefits and results. And remember to test your headline first, okay? I know that a lot of people want to get right into, okay, I've written my headline, okay, I've done it, it's done, okay, and I'm going to put it out there. Okay, that's fine to do, but you want to test it. So you may want to have there's a couple of different headlines, and the promise is something that you have to fulfill, okay? The promise, that's how you build the trust, okay? So if you make a promise on that headline, you have to fill it. You always want people to read the next sentence so you can monetize them. And in the next slide, I'm going to explain to you why that is so important because of a statistic for writing headlines, okay? And here it is right here. The writing headline statistic is, on average, 8 out of 10 people will read headline copy, but only 2 out of 10 will read the rest. So how do we overcome this? What did we just talk about in the slide before? We test, okay? And we offer options. And we offer quality content, okay? Those are things we do. We come through on our promises, okay? That is what we do. We build trust, we build relationships. So that is how you get people to get past the first sentence, okay? People are very quick to just skim over things and go to the next thing. So there's tons of people throwing things at people out there constantly. Tons of other people doing stuff out there like that, okay? So the next slide, AIDA, okay? Attention, interest, desire, action. Attention, you want to attract their attention. Interest, you want to raise their interest. Desire, convince them that they want and desire your product, okay? Then the action is to tell them what to do next. It's your call to action. I'm sure you've heard this plenty of times. Your call to action or a call to action, a CTA. You don't ask them to do something. You tell them what to do next, okay? You need to be an authority figure here, okay? That's what you're doing when you're doing this. You're building yourself up as an authority figure, okay? So what makes good ad copy? Well, it's simple as this. Congruency, and it must make sense, and it must be solution oriented, okay? You got to be relevant to the masses or relevant to the people in your target market, okay? You want to create and tap into emotion, okay? That is very, very key. You can create and tap into emotion, That is part of building a relationship. That's the biggest part of building a relationship. And the best way to do that, I have found, use your story, because your story, believe it or not, is the best way to connect with somebody. Especially with, like, you have been where they are. Most people are. Okay? If you're being successful online and they're not, you've been there. I'm sure you've been there. We've all been in a place where we've struggled. Okay? And then you can use your even personal life story. Okay? For example, the pain in your life, such as being ex-homeless, or you know, it, for a personal example of myself, I lost my whole family 5 years ago, and my mother, my father, and my brother. But I have two children of my own, and I have, my wife, and I had to make a decision that I needed, to, you know, take care of the family that I had, and that is when I decided that it was time to get online and, you know, take action and do this. And so you take them through those series of steps. You get intimate with them, okay? And that is when you really start building that relationship with them, okay? And I know this kind of seems like, oh, well, what does this have to do with with us making anything to do with selling a product? Well, it has everything to do with selling the product, because you are you're becoming a person that they trust, and you're building a relationship. You also you're connecting with them on several levels. Okay, believe it or not, you become interested in their life too, and you become interested in some of the things that they may have happened in their life. There's companies that I'm in that I have the exact same story as the owner of one of the companies, the exact same story. Okay, and I was at an event and met him at that event and told him that, and you know that is the reason why I joined that company. When I heard his story, it wasn't because of the company and all the things the company did. It was because of this one guy's story, because it was my exact story. Okay, so that's a huge thing. Okay, guys, that's just it right there. That's a perfect example. So, moving on, researching offers. You want to have a flagship offer, okay? That's usually your MLM business that you're in, if that's what you're into, or if you're just into affiliate marketing, maybe have one big affiliate product that you're offering, okay? You want a product that's been around, or want a business that's been around for at least a year, something that has been around. Now, I'm not trying to say don't get into something that's just launching. If there's something that's just launching, make sure that you know that if it is just launching, if you've been around the business, that the person launching that business, you know, is a person that is already successful in the internet marketing world and the online marketing world. Okay, you want something that performs consistently based on insider information and market research. Okay, and the product, it has to be legit and provide a quality user experience. Okay, and you obviously want to use the product yourself. Okay, if you're not using the product yourself, how are you going to convince somebody else to use the product? Okay, it's like saying, would you go to the store, and if you're asking somebody about something, and then you say, well, have you used this product? And they say no, and then you say, well, how do you know so much about it? And they say, well, I read about it in a book. Well, that doesn't really give you much of a confidence builder to want to buy that product from that person. Um, you'd rather buy a product from somebody that they're involved in themselves. And when they use the product themselves, if they're involved in the product themselves, especially if it's a company or something like that, then you know that they're going to be involved in you and involved in your success too as well. Okay? So, sites to look at and sites that I use. Okay? ProjectPayday.com. It's cost per click. Basically, you get paid per click. It's what it says right there. Cost per click. Okay, you get paid for the people that click. Okay, now cost per action. These are the companies that maybe you're involved in, and our companies are involved in. A couple that I'm involved in. These are just two examples that I'm involved in. The Internet Lifestyle Network is a company I'm involved in. Okay, and when somebody joins that, they've taken action, join that company, you get paid for that. Okay, and then the TotalTakeover.com. That's another company I'm involved in, and if somebody joins that company, under me, then they took that action. I get paid for that as well. Okay, and that's how it's built. And then there's other things like OfferVault.com and ClickBait.com, which are more of selling software products. Okay, they're just software products they sell. That, as I talked about in the beginning, are products that you make things. That are people that are involved in making money online that have products that make things easier and faster for people online, and those are great sites to get involved in as far as CPA offers and stuff like that. And then at the bottom, I just put my personal website, which is ericsmentormarketing.com. You can go there and you can see a little more information about some of the stuff that I do and some of the things that my blog and things like that, and some of the other companies I'm involved in as well. Okay, so in conclusion, guys, when getting into working online, whether you're blogging, selling products in a company, that you bring people into the one thing that you need, that you bring people into one thing you need to know is that establishing trust is the most important thing to do. And I think that I've covered that throughout this whole thing. If you can build a relationship with people and establish trust, then they'll follow you everywhere, okay? If you have a team of people that you have made successful and that you have a relationship with, and that you have found another company that you're gonna that is launching, or that you're going to, or your product that you have found, and you tell that your team about it, they're most likely going to follow you because you've helped them get to where they are already, because you've built that relationship and established that trust with them. And that's the bottom line, okay? Because Eric Matthews said so, okay? Establishing trust, building a relationship, and that is what it's all about, okay? So, guys, I hope that you got something out of this. I didn't think it would go this long, but went a little longer than it did because I wanted to give you the most, information and content that I could give you out of this. But, it's just a little snippet of, getting started online. And for those of you that are, getting started online or have already been online and having trouble, getting, getting, um, set up online and being successful online, I wanted to give you this content here because I think it'll really help you. So I hope this you get something out of this, and I will talk to you guys on the next webinar, video, or slideshow, or whatever I put out there next for you guys. So you guys have a blessed day, and I will speak to you on the next time. You guys have a great night. Bye.